Hi there. Welcome to another edition of Counterpunch with Trevor Loudon, the show that details the ongoing world communist revolution and pushes back. Please like the show, share the show, subscribe to Epoch TV, check out trevorloudon.com for my books, DVDs, videos, etc. So today I'm going to do a little bit of preview of my upcoming book, House UnAmericans, Part 1. Now, last year I released my two books, Security Risk Senators, Parts 1 and 2, that exposed 30 currently serving US senators, their ties to pro-Iranian groups, pro-Chinese groups, Cuban groups, local communists, Muslim leftist groups, etc. And I said basically that all of these people would fail any form of basic background check. But there are no background checks in Congress. There are none in the Congress or the Senate at all. You need a background check to serve in the CIA or the FBI, but not to chair the Senate Intelligence Committee or the House Intelligence Committee. Do you think maybe the Chinese and the Iranians know about this? So, House UnAmericans, Part 1 of 6 volumes. The first part starts at Alabama's 7th Congressional District and ends up in California's 19th District. So I profile Terry Sewell from Alabama, going right through a couple from Arizona and a whole bunch from Northern California. So this first book deals with Northern California. The second book will deal with Southern California, Colorado, Connecticut, and DC. So, I've said for many years now that the House has probably got around 100 members who couldn't pass a background check to drive a school bus. So here's the proof in the pudding. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to profile very close to 100 members of Congress. And I guarantee you will be shocked at some of them. Some of them you may have suspicions about, but many of them you will be shocked. As I said in a recent episode, Kevin McCarthy, the new speaker, recently took Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell off the House Intelligence Committee, and he took Ilhan Omar off the Foreign Affairs Committee. As I said at the time, that's a great start, but there's about close to 100 more that need to be removed as well. If national security is the standard that Kevin McCarthy used to remove those people, if you apply that same standard, at least close to another 100 need to go. So I'll give a few previews. Terry Sewell of Alabama's 7th District, the only Democrat representative in the state. Now, did you know that during the civil rights era, the Communist Party sent a whole bunch of people into the southern states, including Alabama, to get active, to start agitating amongst racial minorities in the region to start getting a foothold in the South, because the South was always the weak spot for the communist movement in America. There weren't much unions. The South tended to be very conservative and Christian and not good territory for communist revolution. Well, the communists went in there and they used race because that's all they had to work with. So they became experts at using race. Now, these networks in Alabama morphed. They became Maoists, many of them. Some of them got involved in the Line of March and the League of Revolutionary Struggle and the League of Revolutionaries for a New America. And they set up networks all through the Black Belt, Birmingham, Alabama, and other places in the South. And Terry Sewell has been very actively involved with these networks. She's directed money to these networks. She's worked with their members. She has gone to their meetings and their conferences. She is their ally. And these are the remnants of the communists who came into the South in the 1960s. And she's working with them to this very day. Now, no book on communists in California could be complete without a very, very long chapter on Nancy Pelosi. the former Speaker of the House, a long-time San Francisco area Democrat. She has a communist history going back decades. She was very heavily involved with the Communist Party in San Francisco in the 70s and 80s. She was very, very close to the San Francisco communist royal family, the Hallinans, who worked in the communist movement for years. Many of the sons of the Hallinan family actually joined the Communist Party, were very active in the area, and Nancy Pelosi was deeply involved with this family. She is also heavily involved with Democratic Socialists of America, and she also visited Bashar al-Assad a few years back, the pro-Russian dictator of Syria. And this caused a few problems at the time, but Nancy Pelosi was completely undeterred. She was happy to meet with a friend of Vladimir Putin. Wasn't a problem to her. So this is a sampling of what you'll see in House UnAmericans. Of course, the title is a play on the House Un-American Activities Committees of the 1970s that was shut down by the communist Congressman John Conyers from Michigan. House Un-Americans. You know, you're not supposed to question the loyalties of your leaders, of your congressmen. That's regarded as completely gauche. It's just not done. Well, my books do that. The first book profiles 13 members. The second book, coming out in about 3 months after the first one, will carry on that tradition, 6 volumes in total. If you want to pre-order House Un-Americans Part 1, it'll be available from May 1st, May Day, the International Communist Day of Festivities. I thought that would be an appropriate day to launch this book, Exposing Communism in the US Congress. And you can get the book from trevorloudon.com. You can pre-order it starting from now, and we'll be starting to post them out from May the 1st. So I hope you've found this interesting, if a little disquieting. I hope it's whetted your appetite to find out a lot more. The book is over 300 pages long, with roughly 40 pages of footnotes, plus illustrations, exhibits, the whole lot. Much of what I say is in the Congress members' own words. They're very open about their un-American activities when they're talking to their friends, not so much when they're talking to the US public. The information isn't that hard to find. You just have to know where to look for it. So please order House Un-Americans Part 1. Get ready for House Un-Americans Parts 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm sure they will very likely profile Congress members in your states. Please follow my website, trevorloudon.com. Please follow future episodes of Counterpunch. Please support Epoch TV. Please keep fighting for America, spreading the truth, and pushing back against socialism. God bless America. God bless every one of you. Thank you so much.